I say we must love horizontally, be in life as life, and be with somebody. And to love somebody by name and form and actuality, And then to love that person, you can't tell the difference between that person and God. There's the end of dualism right there. To love an actual person by name and flesh and form. Yoga is relationship. And that loving of the horizontal, within and without, then the pranas ascend. Then the pranas have their own intelligent movement, And that is the Yoga Tantra. Not the manipulation of sex in another person to somehow push the pranas up the chakras, especially with this effort to sublimate the lower chakras to get above into some glorious state of sublimity, light, subtle bliss above the crown, which is what they're selling. The subtle bliss is in the love of the form in front of you. The mantra is to be with your body, to be with your breath, to be with your lover, to be with the tree, to be with the ocean, to swim, to be with, to be with these floorboards, to be with each other here, to be with all tangible conditions, and therefore synchronistically all intangible conditions of this cosmos is the yoga practice. It's like the body more organic, the body less stressed, the body less angular, the mind less angular, the mind less linear, the mind linked to the whole body, and the whole body is the heart arising in full bloom of the pranas flowing like flower petals. That's actually how the nadis work, from the Hridaya, seat of Shakti, and they flow like flower petals in every radiant direction, unfolding. And it's a roundness. There's no straight lines in Mother Nature in the way they're teaching yoga. No angularity in Mother Nature. Everything is spirals, circles, flowing, unfolding like flower form. That's how life is. A yogini synchronistically descends and ascends. There's no dimension that you're not in. And I'm saying this inhalation is the descent of the feminine down the crown all the way to the base of the body, right? Mother gives birth down, out, on earth, So there's this descent and there is the ascent. And I'm saying the genuine ascent of any person cannot occur without the descent. And if you do fluke an ascent through male yogic manipulation of the system or the exaggeration of sex and using another person for sex to ascend, or deny sex to ascend, you create an ascent that makes you sick, like actual psychiatric bind of attention and subtlety and away from horizontal intimacy with tangible conditions, with real life and with real others, So that's what is going on, is the teaching this ascent without descent, and the glamour of the guru system and the glamour of the authority, somebody who knows where it's really at. And you develop this sycophantic relationship with this power person who's supposed to be the real deal. Look, as soon as Krishnamacharya got a yoga education, he joined up in collaboration with a woman, had a family of beautiful children, and became completely committed to teaching this yoga correctly, teaching the yoga tantras of male-female collaboration as equals and opposites, where one empowers the other in an endless exchange, whether it's same-sex or opposite-sex intimacy. That's what he taught, and he taught these practices of how a person does that so that they can, in fact, enter into collaboration with somebody else that is equally receptive as is penetrating. Right? That's what he taught, and this is what doing this yoga brings us to that capability in our relationships. And that is the sexual tantra that people are talking about, but not practicing. What they're practicing is the manipulation of the pranas and ascending and using each other in sexual exaggeration or becoming celibate to try to ascend, right? I was saying there must be that descent